Hello from Zagreb, and today we're in a very, very wonderful traditional restaurant called Ficlek, which does things the right way, the traditional way. I'm joined by Mate, who's the manager of the restaurant. He's going to talk a little bit about the different wines that we have here, and also I'm with Shireen Khan, the Singaporean wine legend, who co-authored a book called Croatian Wine, so she knows a lot about wine as well. We initially wanted to do something about Gemist, but then Mate said, come and have a drink. I've got a few things to show you because a lot of places just offer Gemist, and we have a few other things to offer. And you can talk maybe a little bit about that, and we can maybe taste them. And
Sure. The waiter is going to bring us a few Gemist so we can try. We make Gemist very traditionally, made of dry white wine called Graševina. Graševina is probably most famous Croatian white sort of grapes, and best for the Gemist.
Okay.
So to make Gemist, you need a traditional glass. You need 1 centiliter of wine and 1 centiliter of sparkling water. Spritzer or Skropec, like Zagreb version of Gemist.
okay,
Much more wine and a little bit of sparkling water.
okay. And we have the lovely Damira, who has some nice gifts in her. And is Graševina the most common white wine you'd have in Gemist?
Yeah, Graševina probably is the best wine for the Gemist because it's very dry with large acidity, so it's very good with the sparkling water. And also it's most common wine in Croatia, so it's pretty cheap. Gemist needs to be cheap because it's traditional drink for people. So ratio of Gemist is 50/50.
Okay.
For Skropec it's 1 finger of wine and 1 finger of water.
One finger of wine, 1 finger of water.
Yeah.
I like it.
Also in Croatia, when we drink, we say živeli.
Živeli.
That's like cheers. Živeli.
Živeli. Živeli.
Is there a specific mineral water that's good for Gemist?
Yeah, we in Croatia use Croatian water, which is very carbonated, very strong.
So it has to be bubbly.
Yeah, it has to be very, very bubbly.
Okay.
I'm from Dalmatia. I'm from England, but I live in Dalmatia, and obviously Bevanda is the king there, which is still water. Do people drink Bevanda up here in Zagreb or never?
Bevanda is very typical for Dalmatia. People there are used to Bevanda. In Zagreb, everybody drinks Gemist.
The one thing I don't understand about Croatian wine is it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you Croats have got this ability to mix amazing wine with the most ridiculous things. For example, bambus, which is red wine and Coca-Cola.
And Coca-Cola.
Okay.
We mix, it's called Mussolini. We mix white wine with sparkling raspberry juice or with sparkling elderflower juice. You can also try that if you want.
Please.
Would you like to try?
Do you know why the name Mussolini is used?
Sorry?
Do you know why the name Mussolini is used?
Well, I really don't know that.
Yeah.
No. Maybe it's a crime to mix wine with the juice.
Because,
It's actually a good explanation.
yeah.
I like Gemist and I drink Gemist, but this is a little bit like a bastardization of wine for me.
Because you prefer the pure stuff. Yeah.
I feel a little bit offended.
Okay, so which one do you like the most?
I really like that. I think that's
Yeah?
A little bit too sweet for me, and elderflower is nice, but kind of like tea-like, a little bit bitter. So I like my Gemist.
we haven't tried the Skropec yet, have we? No, we'll try that at the end.
Had it.
And so, who drinks this stuff?
This stuff. Well, most of this stuff drink people when they're in a hurry. Older people, when they come here to eat something fast, 1 Skropec, 1-2 sips, and that's it. They go away.
We're not here to eat today, but
Maybe next time.
maybe next time for sure. But what would you recommend from your menu?
Well, first of all, we offer traditional Croatian kitchen based on this area, based on Zagreb area, on Zagorje, on Međimurje, and on the regions next to us. So we offer things like sarma. Sarma is very traditional from here. It's a minced meat rolled in cabbage and served with some mashed potato. Also, we offer veal liver. That's also typical for here.
Okay.
Veal liver served with garlic, also with mashed potatoes or salted potatoes, or rice and beans. Then fasciranci. Fasciranci is also a very typical meal for this region. It's very hard to explain what are fasciranci. Fasciranci are also something like minced meat with some bacon inside, with some bread inside, and they need to be baked slowly for 20 minutes. Also, we have strukli. Strukli with cheese.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, I definitely will come back and try the food. This has been a really interesting.
What's your favorite?
Do you know?
One raspberry?
I really like the raspberry. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Gemist.
Gemist.
What about you?
Mine too. Mine is also favorite Gemist.
As a Zagorje boy,
Mhm.
when did you have your first Gemist? How old?
When I had my first Gemist,
Yeah.
I was underage, so I cannot tell it.
Yeah.
Publicly.
Off camera, we'll talk about that.
No, camera will talk about.
Okay. Well, thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it. It's been great to meet you.
Thank you for coming.
One last cheers.
It was really great.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Živeli.
Živeli.
Živeli.